Hey everyone, it's Pickleball with Tyler with Universal Rackets, and in this video we're going to be going over what to do when the ball is coming straight at you. Rather, if that is a drop or a drive back at the baseline, we're going to be going over how to create space. When you are up at the kitchen, if someone is banging the ball at you, if someone is targeting you, if you're playing doubles and every single ball is just coming right at you, we're going to teach you exactly what to do. We're going to be going over tons of tips and tons of tricks. So if anyone ever targets or hits the ball straight at you, at your face, at your body, you're going to know exactly what to do, and you are going to know how to be offensive with that ball. A lot of times when players play beginner, intermediate, club level pickleball, it is straight ahead. There are no angles. And in the previous video that we did, we went over how to create angles and open up the court. This video is going to be able to go over what to do when players are going straight ahead. When you're playing beginner, intermediate, club level pickleball, it's whoever can hit the ball the hardest, whoever cannot block back volleys. It's just straight ahead. It's overpowering until someone hits it in the net or someone hits it out or someone can't block the ball back. If you stay tuned for this whole video, we're going to be going over, once again, tons of tips and tons of tricks on what to do when the ball comes right at you. So make sure you buckle your seatbelts and stay tuned, because this is going to be an amazing video. Let's go. Now, like always, we are going to start back at the baseline and then work our way up to the kitchen just like we do in pickleball. Now, when you are returning a serve, we're going to be going over what to do when a serve comes right at you. A lot of players, they struggle with returns, and they struggle with returns because they don't have space. They end up getting jammed, and they end up popping the ball up or not being able to move forward and get to the kitchen. Remember, the goal of the return is to hit it and move forward and get as close to the kitchen as possible. So here's what it kind of looks like for most players. The server, they go straight at their opponent. So I'm returning the ball, they serve right to me. Oh, it's right at me, it's at my feet, it's at my body, and what? I pop the ball up. If you ever have a ball and you're making contact here close to your body, you don't have leverage, you don't have space, you're never going to be able to hit a good return, and also you're going to be waiting for that ball to bounce. So you're going to be waiting for it to bounce, you're going to hit it, and then you're going to move up and you're going to be nowhere near the kitchen. When you hit a return of serve, you have to create space. Once again, if you ever hit a return of serve, you have to create space. So what do you do when the ball is coming right to you? Now, this return of serve, this will also go with your third shot drive for your forehand or your backhand. Now, 85–90% of players are more user-friendly on their forehand side than their backhand side. And that's because it's their dominant side. It's much more user-friendly to hit a forehand as a return rather than a backhand. Now, remember, this ball is a wiffle ball. It's not just bouncing and going really fast. So what I want you to think is always hit a forehand. So here's a key to make sure that you have space, and you can make sure that the ball doesn't come right at you. You can make sure that the ball either comes here, or if it goes to your backhand, over here. Here's what you're going to do. Instead of facing forward straight ahead, I'm going to face directly towards my server. Now, let me go over that one more time, because this little change is night and day. Instead of facing forward straight ahead, I'm going to face directly towards my server. By doing this, if I'm facing forward, when the ball comes, it's coming this way to my body and my hips and my chest. If I'm facing this way, now when the serve comes, look, when I move over, this is where I can hit it. When I move over, this is where I can hit it. This is going to make me eat a lot of balls. This is going to make it allow me to have better contact when I hit. It's going to be much more user-friendly to just move a little bit to the side and then hit a return, rather than being here and getting jammed. So number one is always face your server. You should draw an imaginary line between your feet and your hips and the server that is serving to you. Now, the next thing that you need to do, and players, they get jammed, the ball's coming right to them because they stand at the baseline. Players think it's a rule, they go over all the rules in pickleball and they think, okay, well, when I return, I have to stand here. if your opponent hits any type of a deep serve and you are standing on this baseline, the first thing that you're going to have to do is move back to allow space for the ball to bounce. And when you move back, you're on defense or you're getting jammed. So it kind of looks like this. Players, they serve the ball, it comes and look, it bounces deep and I can't hit it. Instead of standing at the baseline, you're going to stand a few steps back. Now, Major League Pickleball in New York City just happened. Absolute amazing matches. It was so entertaining. The out calls were absolutely horrible. Anna Lee, she didn't get the title, but it was really cool watching her beat Ben Johns the prior day. Then Deskew and Paris Todd, they won. I absolutely loved watching all those matches. It was absolutely amazing. In my opinion, CJ Klinger is one of the most underrated pickleball players out there. I think he's so good and he's so young. He has so much time to improve. But getting back to it though, if you ever watched the pros in MLP New York yesterday, they stood far back. The reason why is because many pros, they hit deep serves. So now if I'm standing back, look, it's a little hack because now when the ball comes deep, look, I am moving forward up to it. I'm not only moving forward up to it, but I have space and I can make contact out in front. So don't just point your toes towards your server, point your toes and stand a few steps back. So now when the ball bounces, look, I can go here or I can go here. So if the ball ever comes to you and you feel like the ball's coming at you too close, what do? Stand back and face the server. Now we're going to get into the drives and it's kind of the same thing. If a ball ever comes to you for the drive, you have to move over to make space. Where too many players go wrong is someone hits the ball at them, they hit their return, they're going to hit their third shot drive, and what do? They're hitting like this. They don't move. They don't get out of the way. You need leverage and you need space for pickleball. The best way to determine this leverage and space that you need for your game personally is I want you to go out, I want you to shadow a forehand and a backhand drive. Go on your forehand drive and freeze where you think you'd make contact. Look, when I make contact, I'm making contact out in front and away from my body. When I do my backhand drive, look, when I make contact out in front and away from your body. Notice my body is sideways. Sideways is a key and we're going to get into that. And notice I make contact out in front and away. If I'm ever making contact in here, that is not good. So you have to make sure that you continually work to create space. Now, the number one reason why players can't do this when the ball's coming right at them is because they don't turn. Before you go hit a forehand or a backhand drive, the first thing that you have to do is turn your body and move to the ball. Once again, you have to turn your body and then move to the ball. I want you to think of this analogy. Pretend that you are driving a car. You have the gas pedal, you step on the gas pedal or the electric. If the car is in neutral, what's going to happen? Or if the car is in park, what's going to happen? It's not going to go. It's not going to go. You have to put your car in drive and then you can step on the gas or electricity and then you can go wherever you please. Kind of like the exact same thing when you're hitting the drives. You need to turn your body and put your pickleball body in drive before you go to the ball. For the forehand, I need to turn my body and put my body in drive before I go to the ball. Players struggle with balls that are coming straight at them because they refuse to put their body in drive. If you're hitting against someone and someone hits the ball in the net, you should automatically be turned. I like when I teach some pickleball lessons, what I do is I'm feeding some forehand, backhand drives, and I feed one purposely into the net. And the reason why is because I'm looking, did Susie or Nancy or Dave, did they turn their body and is their paddle back? Remember, when you turn your body, it is two things. Number one, my body is sideways, and number two, my paddle is back. The best way to think about this is I want you to think snowboard, skateboard, or surfboard. Once again, you're thinking about your snowboard, your skateboard, or your surfboard. You will never not think about this again because I'm going to bring it up and I'm going to exaggerate. But guess what? Exaggeration sticks with you, and I hope you never forget this, right? When someone hits the ball to me, what do? I'm in Florida, so we're going to think that we're going surfing, especially as that Hurricane Erin created those big waves. But look, someone surfs me, what am I going to do? Cowabunga, here we are. I'm on my surfboard. Here we are, ready? Or I can think I'm Shaun White in the Olympics. Here we are. Someone serves the ball to me, look, cowabunga, here we are. I am on my surfboard. My paddle is back. I'm passing the baton just like I'm in the relay race of the '08 Olympics. I'm sideways. My hips are facing sideways. If your hips are facing sideways, Shakira, Shakira, hips don't lie. You're in the proper place to absolutely demolish your forehand or backhand drive. Now, unless you're Paris Todd playing in New York City Major League Pickleball against Anna Lee, and you want to blast a backhand down the line because you prefer your backhand over your forehand, many players, they prefer their forehand over their backhand. So what you want to do is you want to always try to hit a forehand, unless it's a non-negotiable. If your life depended on it and you preferred a backhand over a forehand, then hit your backhand. But 90% of players, I encourage them to hit their forehands. So what does that mean? When the ball comes directly to me, I need to move out of the way. Not only do I need to turn my body, but I need to move over to create space. Now, when I move over to create space, I want you to notice my non-dominant hand. Now, here's the thing. A lot of instructors are certified and everything, but they don't come from prior racket sports, and they don't understand racket sport mechanics. What a lot of instructors don't teach is this thing right here, and that is their non-dominant hand. Right here, this thing that's not on your paddle for your forehand is your guide, and it's your GPS to the ball. Wherever you point your non-dominant hand to is exactly where you want to make contact with the ball. I will say that one more time, and then I will demonstrate it. Wherever you point your non-dominant hand to, that's exactly where you want to make contact with the ball. And let me explain. What I want to do is look, wherever I can point my non-dominant hand to, look, I caught it right here, look. Here we have a freeze, look, right here. Exactly, contact out in front and away from my body, exactly what we want, how to create space and how we can adjust to when someone hits the ball straight at us. So what I want you to think is if you can get your non-dominant hand to the ball and think 12 o'clock here, 6 o'clock back here, 9 o'clock over here, 3 o'clock over here, your non-dominant hand is at 1 o'clock, right? You're gonna hold it straight out. You're not holding it close, you're holding it straight out. If you could get your hand at 1 o'clock where the ball is, that's exactly where you wanna swing. So when I hit my forehand, kind of what's going through my head is what? Non-dominant hand, try to catch, then hit. Try to catch, then hit. We also kill two birds with one stone because by holding your non-dominant hand over here, it ensures that your body's fully rotated and you're rotating throughout your shot rather than just breaking down with your arm and your shoulder, not being able to hit hard and creating injury. So it's two birds with one stone. Now, the best way to understand this drill, you could use a paddle. You don't even need a paddle, but all you're going to do is you're going to toss the ball up in there, you're going to move around it, and you're going to catch it with your hand. Now, remember, you're not going to go like this and catch it like this. That defeats the purpose. You're learning how to use this hand to space your body. You're learning how to use this hand to space your shot and get exact proper contact when that ball is coming straight to you. Let me demonstrate this one more time so we can completely clarify it. The ball's coming straight at me. I'm hitting my return or my drive. If my return, I'm further back and my toes are facing my opponent, what do? I turn my body, I'm on my surfboard. Then I use my non-dominant hand to exactly get in the proper position, and then I go and swing and absolutely annihilate the ball. We're going to give you one more angle for that just so you guys can see it, and then we will get into our last thing with our forehand and a huge reason why players aren't able to dominate their forehand drives. So the ball's coming straight at me. What do? I turn, I move to the side, pretend that I'm gonna catch it, and then I hit it. Another great drill to do is do one catch, one hit. So I'm gonna throw it straight in the middle of me. What do? I move over, here we are, I catch it, and then I do a swing. Now one more, I throw it straight up, I move over, I catch it, but now I drop it, and then I hit it. Doing that over and over again, doing one catch, one not, teaches you exactly where, allows your muscle memory to register this, and remember, practice makes permanent, not perfect. So if you can practice over and over again, you can bring this out to your actual match and you're going to hit amazing forehand drives. Now, this is a huge thing. And again, this doesn't come from a lot of people who haven't played high-level racket sports. I come from Division I college tennis. All I did my whole life was play tennis. Every single day I was playing tennis against the wall. The wall always wins. Now, a lot of players, when they go to hit their drives, right, they're always hitting a forehand. The reason why is because, okay, if the ball's here, remember, it's a wiffle ball. Maybe if it was tennis or racquetball or whatever, I wouldn't have time, and if the ball comes right to me to move around, I'd have to hit a backhand. But I have so much time, especially when the ball is floating, that I can move around. Now, when players move around, try to hit their forehands, here's where they go wrong. Pretend there's an imaginary person right here, okay? There's an imaginary person right here, and they have a rope tied to my waist. So this person's over here, and they have a rope tied to my waist. I'm going to exaggerate this, and I'm going to show you exactly what it should be. So, players, they go wrong because what do I think? They think turn, they think create space, they're going through all that, but they don't put the cherry on top, and they're not able to hit a good shot because they're doing this. Here we are. So you're going to hit, and all their body weight is moving this way because they're getting around the ball. Well, Tyler, you told me to get around the ball. What are you talking about? I'm unsubscribing. I'm giving a thumbs down. I am commenting that you have no clue what you're talking about and what's your duper rating and everything like that. Yes, I've heard that so many times. But remember, when you play pickleball, what's the #1 place and what you always want to be doing? Always be moving forward. You always want to be moving forward. Not only because you can get your momentum into the shot, but you can move up to the kitchen. So instead of just moving around the ball, you have to move up to the ball. So I need to move around this ball to get space, but then I need to move up to the ball to get my momentum into it. And then look where I am. I didn't even try. Automatically get up to the kitchen. If you can move around the ball and move up to the ball, you're going to basically kill 2 birds with 1 stone, and it's an automatic hack to get to the kitchen. Because look how little of distance is there between the kitchen line and the baseline. It's not like tennis or any other sport. There's not so much distance. So again, what I want you to do, and this is a great drill, throw the ball up in the air. When you throw it, don't throw it real short because it doesn't give you time. Toss it up in the air to give you time to go through the steps, and you're going to do this, right? So you're going to go around, right? And then I'm going to move up. And then look, here we are. Now I'm ready for the next shot. And that is how you create space if someone's going straight at you with your forehand. And that's how you automatically destroy it and get up to the kitchen. Notice, for my power for that shot, it was through my momentum. It wasn't through me swinging super hard. Another way that you can think about it is that you're making a C if you're a visual learner. Now let me explain. When I move around this ball to create space, that's like the top of the curve of the C, and then I move up to the ball to get my body forward. Again, you move around the ball, and then you move up the ball. So it's kind of like you're making a C with your body. Let me explain one more time. So I move around the ball, top of the C, curve of the C, move up to it, and then move forward. Notice again, I'm using my body and my momentum to hit that hard shot. I am not swinging as hard as possible, and that's how you do it. So we went over what to do when you are going to hit your 3rd shot drive and you need to create space. Now it is time to go over what to do when you need to hit your 3rd shot drop and create space. Now, the difference between the contact point for the normal 3rd shot drop, and again, there is the topspin backhand drop, right? And there's the topspin forehand drop and everything like that. However, that's a little bit more advanced. And if you want to hit those types of shots, what do? You have to do the exact same thing that we went over with our forehand and backhand drives, turning your body, creating space. Exact same thing. It's the exact same thing if you want to hit advanced drops, except instead of swinging forward and through the ball, instead of swinging forward and through the ball to make that ball penetrate through the court, all I'm going to do is swing up on the ball to get it in the kitchen. Once again, it's the exact same positioning, exact same everything, except you're just adjusting your swing path to swing up rather than swinging forward. Now, for the regular drop, you have to understand that contact is out in front and away from your body. So if someone's hitting straight at me for my 3rd shot drop, that is okay. If someone's going straight at me when I hit my 3rd shot drop, that is perfectly fine. But the thing that I have to do is I have to make sure that I'm always making the contact down front with my body going forward rather than falling off my back foot and trying to hit a drop or getting jammed and close to my body. Understanding your contact point is so key for what to do when the ball's coming right at you, because if you can fight for your contact point, that's how you can make the best contact with the ball. And that's how you can deal with all these shots. And remember, the best way to fight with the contact point is what? To understand your contact point. And number 2 is what? to move your feet. Every single time that you ever see a pro take tiny steps in pickleball, it's because they're doing adjustment steps. They're adjusting to the exact proper position to get that proper contact, and hopefully it's going to be better than that. Now, when I'm making contact for my drop, it's always out in front and away from my body, and my body's going forward. So what I need to do is I need to create some distance between myself and the ball. Where players go wrong for the drop again is that they stand too close to the baseline, they hit their return, they're too close on their thirds, and then what happens? They get the ball here and they're falling back. I saw Paris Todd yesterday on the pickleball court. She missed a lot of drops because she was falling backwards. She comes from a tennis background. In tennis, you can get away with falling backwards and popping the ball up. However, in pickleball, because of the space, because of the paddle, because of the plastic ball, no felt, no grip, you can't do it, or it is extremely difficult. Even at a pro level, you're going to start missing and you're going to break down. So essentially, what do you have to do? Same mentality with the return. If you're tired of getting balls super close to your body or moving back, what do? You stand further back. And here's a cool thing. Start understanding that many of these problem solves, or how to solve these problems, they go hand in hand. And what I mean by that is a lot of these shots, they have the same concept and same principles. You just have to apply it to the different shots. If you're tired of getting balls super close to you, what do? You stand back. So we're going to stand back here now. So now when they hit their return, now look, I can move up or I can be forward and I can hit my third rather than being here and the first thing I'm doing is moving back. So stand further back, make sure your contact is out in front, and you're going to be good to go. Now, we went over everything at the baseline, but now it's time to go in the transition. So what if someone's hitting the ball straight at you in the transition zone? Now, the transition zone is what makes and breaks probably a 4-0 to a 5-0 player, or a 4-5 to a 5-5 player. All the points are, all the duper points, all that duper stuff that you guys are so obsessed with, this is where you get those duper points right here. All the duper is made in the transition zone. If you want to win more matches, you have to learn how to be in here. Now, the best way to learn how to be in here is to drill in here. When you play pickleball, one of your shots are here, probably, or maybe two, but you don't spend a lot of time here. And you don't spend a lot of time here when you play, so you don't practice on it, you're not comfortable with it. The high-level players, they're standing here, one person is at the kitchen, they're just blocking balls back because they're getting so much reps. So when they go out and play and they get stuck here, I've seen it a million times. Again, you don't fear someone that practices a million kicks a million times. You fear someone that practices one kick a million times. As Bruce Lee said, and I'm sorry, I probably didn't get that quote right, but you got to practice this multiple times. Now, the main thing with this is to sit back and keep your paddle out in front. Whenever you're in the transition zone, if that's that you're taking it on the bounce or you're taking it out of the air, you need to sit back and hold your paddle here. A lot of players go wrong is A, they put their paddle up or their paddle's not in a proper position, or their paddle's super close, maybe they're trying to scoop or move their wrist. Whenever you're in the transition zone, here, 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 every single time. Now, what does that mean? If the ball bounces, it's going to bounce and I'm going to go here. If I can take it out of air, I'm going to still go here. Notice when I'm here, my paddle is pointing downward, my paddle face is pointing upward. Wherever the center paddle face is pointing, pretend that there's an arrow coming out is exactly where the ball is going to go. If you're ever hitting a ball in the transition zone, that means that you're hitting the ball below the net. You're probably neutralized or defensive and you need to hit the ball up. So how do we do that? We hold our paddle out and just try to block the ball back. So if someone goes straight at me in the transition zone, I am here at all times. Now, a great tip, and I learned this from Connor Garnett. And look, I'm bringing up all these pickleball pros because I watched professional pickleball this weekend. And it's so awesome to see everything that I'm trying to learn and go over, see all the pros do it absolutely amazingly. But one thing that Connor Garnett said is you want to split your legs open enough to cover a lot of real estate. And I really stuck with this tip, and I absolutely loved it because look, a lot of players, they come in here, they come in hot, they're standing here, and look how close their feet are. So now it's going to be really hard to go over here or over here, right? If I can split my legs out, wide stance, I'm able to cover a lot of the court. So what I want you to think is, again, put your feet out here when you're in the transition zone rather than here. If you can do a full split, maybe do it, I'm not sure. I can tell you to do it, but you can go here so you can cover a lot of real estate. If I'm here, look, I got bend to the side, bend to the side. If I'm here, now I'm able to cover much more of my court. So when you're moving up here, don't just put your paddle down, but spread your legs out so you can really get low. And it's kind of like you're doing a side lunge. If someone ever goes at you, what do? You automatically put your paddle down, spread your legs out, and just try to block the ball back. Notice I'm not swinging. I'm just going here. And then if I pop the ball up, right, then I'm going to move back. If I hit a good ball or reset, or if I see my opponent goes like this, I'm going to move up the kitchen. So I'm going to go here, block. Okay, it's in the net, lost the point. But here we are. Let's try again here. Okay, that's a good one. Now I'm going to move up. If it's a neutral one, I don't know, I'm going to stay. But if I'm here, what am I going to do? If I pop the ball up, now I'm going to move back because they're going to be smashing the ball down. And that's what to do if someone hits the ball at you when you are in this zone. Why do you want your paddle here and not here? Well, think. If anyone goes fast here, what's going to happen? You're going to let it go. The ball's going to go long. Someone hits the ball hard at me, and I'm down here, so I don't have time to raise my paddle and get to it, right? If someone hits the ball hard and it goes around here, the ball's automatically going to go out. You got to let it go. Now, okay, what if the ball comes slower at me and up here? Well, I'm going to have time to go from point A to point B and block the ball back. I have time to go from here to here. If someone hits hard, it's going to go down here if it's going in. And that's why I want to put my paddle down and not up. Again, players go wrong because someone hits the ball super hard at them. And what are they doing? They're running with their paddle up. And then they have to go down and they can't get it. If you run up and then when they hit, you're here, that's how you're going to be able to get the ball back if someone targets you in the transition zone. Now, last thing, and I almost skipped over it, but I need to stop before I go to the next shot. And I go into all of our shots up at the kitchen. Literally stop, not just actually stop. What do we have to do? We have to stop. Too many players, where they go wrong. And the only exception for this is if the ball's super high, okay, and slow, you can hit it and run through it. But what do you want to do? You want to stop and set. Now, again, I'm bringing up all the pickleball names and everything like that. I read this other thing on Facebook, and Dane Gingrich said, you want to be aggressive back here, and I highly agree. And if you can go for it, and you know that their hands aren't super good, play aggressive, go for it. Pickleball rewards aggressive players. So if you think that they have really bad hands and you feel comfortable and you can go boom and kill it, guess what? Go for it, win some points, do it. But if you're playing high level people that can block this ball back or they're going to be able to just counter it, don't do that. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to run up and you're going to have to stop and set. As soon as your opponent makes contact with the ball, you need to stop your body. Where too many players go wrong and where you don't want to go wrong and where I always go wrong, and that's why I'm on YouTube and not on the MLP tour, is I'm running up all my testosterone and everything. I'm rah, boom, and then I miss it. Or if I'm running up, it's super difficult to change direction. So I'm running up, they go over here, and then I have to go over here because it's hard to stop and turn when you're just going steamroll forward. You need to stop and set. So when they make contact again, you need to stop and set. Then you need to stop and set. Great way to think of it is a ladder. 1, 1, 1, 1. Go up here, here. I'm going to move up, here. I'm going to move up, here. Now, forehand or backhand, it is your personal preference. I like to do backhand. I recommend backhand. Different tips work for different people, not one size fits all. But when you do backhand, I like to do it because when I hit backhand volleys, which we're going to get in a second, when it's in the middle, I always take it as backhand volley unless you're doing a scorpion, but you don't always have time for it. Do backhand here, it's the same thing, so it's more user-friendly. I prefer the backhand. Now, because we stopped and then we moved up, now we're able to officially get to the kitchen. Let's go. All right, we are here, and it is time what to do when someone hits the ball straight at you when you are up at the kitchen. Now, here are a couple rules that you have to follow to make your life easy. Number one, you need to make sure that you're in the proper ready position. Now, everyone starts out in pickleball when they coach pickleball, well, you want to be in the proper ready position. But what does that mean and what is the significance? Number one, you want your paddle out here. Now notice, my paddle's not up here out in front of my body. My paddle is a tiny bit lower. If you want to improve your pickleball game and get faster hands, and you're a beginner, intermediate, club level player, if you want to instantly improve, just lower your ready position maybe by 6 inches. Lower your ready position by 6 inches, and it's going to help you so much more. Too many players are too high because they're trying to protect their face, but then they have to go down, and remember, in pickleball, time is currency. So number one, you have to be in the proper ready position. Now notice, my paddle's up and out in front of my body. Remember, my contact is out in front and away from my body. My ready position is up and out in front of my body. My ready position is here, it's not here. Too many players where they go wrong when a player drives the ball or goes at them, they're here and look, they're going out to the ball, out to the ball, out to the ball. Time is currency, you don't have time, ball comes fast, you go out to the ball, you're going to pop the ball up. So remember this main thing, don't let the ball come to you, go to the ball. Be patient, hit the ball early, don't wait for it. So what do we do again? I'm always here rather than here. Look, when the ball comes to my paddle's meeting it, my paddle's not in here, I'm not going to the ball. So always have your ready position out in front. Use your paddle as a guide. Should I take it out of air or should I let it bounce? If it's in front of me, I'm gonna let it bounce. If it's here or back, I'm always gonna take it out of the air and keep my paddle out in front. So number one is making sure my paddle's out in front and away from my body. Number two, making sure I'm in the proper stance. You need to have a base, you need to have a foundation when you hit. I wanna be here when I'm making contact. I don't want to be standing up and flailing all over. I'm going to be out of balance. I'm going to pop the ball up. Also, you need to think that you need to minimize your swing. If someone is going straight at you in pickleball, you need to block the ball back. You don't need to hit it. The slower the ball comes, the bigger of a swing that you can take. But if the ball's not coming super slow and someone's targeting the ball at you, you need to make sure that you block the ball back. By thinking block, what does that mean? Keeping your volleys compact, concise, and controlled. And how do we do that? We do that by taking a short swing. Notice when I take these swings, I'm using my wrist, I'm limiting it, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. The faster ball comes, the shorter of a swing, I'm not swinging my arm, I'm not moving my arm. I don't have time. If someone's going straight at you, if they're taking the ball straight at your face or at your body or anything else, what are you going to do? You are going to try to just keep it out in front, keep it compact, keep your elbow in, because the elbow, if your elbow moves, it's a lead indicator that you're taking too much of a big swing. So if someone goes straight at you, you need to be here at all times. Now, next thing is if the ball comes straight at you, back at the baseline, what we went over for all of our drops and drives and everything returns, you have time to move your body to the side. For pickleball, unless the ball is coming slow, if the ball is coming slow, then you're going to move around and you're going to hit an Ernie, or you're going to move around and you're going to hit the side. So think, the ball's coming slow, I can adjust my body and hit a backhand. Ball's coming slow, I can adjust my body and smash a forehand. However, someone's targeting me and the ball's going super fast, what do I have to do? I can't turn my body. I don't have time to turn my body. So I need to make sure that I'm just here, always facing forward, and always set forward. I don't have time to go back. Make sense? So what I need to do is I need to make sure I'm just keeping my paddle in front of my body at all times. And this goes into the next thing, is if it comes straight at you, you don't have time to move, you're going to take it as a backhand. Now, unless you can do a scorpion, but you have to read that, and also that has to be specifically timed, any ball that comes straight at your body is always going to be backhand. It's never going to be a forehand. Again, if the ball ever comes here, all you're going to do is here. Think, forehand over here, backhand over here, anything where the magic happens or money maker, what are you going to do? Here, always backhand. So all you're going to do is paddle straight out, turn it to the side. Paddle straight out, turn it to the side. I like to think of like a fish that's swimming. All you're doing is you're tilting your fish to the side. It's like the fish tail. It's moving back and forth swimming, just tilting it to the side. Another way you can think is knuckles. Always knuckles are facing forward, not directly forward, but paddle straight out here. A lot of players go wrong because when they go at them, they go here. They like flip it. All I'm going to do is turn my paddle aside. Hand out, turn to the side. Hand out, turn to the side. You see that? There we are, and that's it. So if the ball ever comes to the middle really fast, compact, controlled, concise, our paddle's down front, you're going here. You're blocking here. Now, where are we aiming if someone's targeting at you? That's another big thing. You're aiming up here or over here. You're aiming in this zone. You're not hitting the ball straight to them. You're not trying to give them a ball that's in their wheelhouse. You're giving a ball that's going to force them like this instead of like this. A lot of players struggle that people are banging at them, going at them. They feel like they're not nice, they're tired, they hate playing with them. And I go, okay, well, what ball are you giving them? Are you giving them a ball every single time that is super high and they're just teeing off on it? Or are you giving them balls that are at or below the net? If you're tired of bangers, if you're tired of people drilling the ball at you, what type of ball are they hitting? Are they hitting from up here or are they hitting from down here? So when you're hitting, you need to make sure that you're aiming for this spot. You're not aiming deep at the baseline or here. All you're thinking is when you're back here or up here, you're hitting down or you're hitting forward. By you limiting your swing and just thinking blocking or thinking forward, rather than trying to pinpoint the hit because you're going to end up popping it up or missing it, that's going to keep the ball low. All you're doing is, again, blocking the ball back. And remember, your paddle's going to absorb this wiffle ball. So if I hold my paddle straight on here, it's going to absorb it and it's going to go back. So if anyone's ever going straight at you when you were up at the kitchen, you're going to be just here going forward, trying to get the middle of the court, but again, not trying too hard because bad things will happen, and just limiting your swing. I want you to notice again, when I swing my pickleball paddle and I limit it, how easy it is to just block the ball back. When I'm right here and I'm swinging, if I limit my swing and just block, look, it's going low, and that's what we need. We need your opponent to be hitting down and up over the net rather than above the net. So if anyone is ever targeting you, that's what you have to do. If they're ever targeting you, you have to limit your swing and you have to be forward. You need to think that you're in the medieval times and you're holding a shield out in front. You're holding a shield and trying to protect your country or castle or whatever. You're not moving back or falling up or trying to fight and hold the swing. You're bracing for impact and you're keeping your paddle out in front. And the most demoralizing thing as a person that targets someone is if I ever go at someone and I target them in a match, and that person, I'm targeting them because I think that they're not as good as me or I think that they're weak, and then they just block the ball back and block the ball back and block the ball back and keep blocking it, not giving me attackable balls, or maybe they go for it. What's going to happen? I'm going to start getting in my head. If I play you, and I'm like playing you and Ben Johns, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go with you all the time because you're not good. I'm going to destroy you. Your duper is like a 0. And I go at you, and then you come here, and you're blocking the ball back. Every single time I bang the ball at you, you block the ball back, you block the ball back. Now, maybe even if it's high, you go for it. And now I see you school me when I was thinking that you're easier. It's going to be demoralizing for me. I'm going to get in my head. I'm going to try to go for shots. The best way to stop a bully or a person that's banging at you or a person that's targeting at you is using these tips, making sure that you create space, keep the paddle out in front, make contact out in front, get the ball low. But the main thing is to deny them when they try to go at you. It's like when you're stealing a cookie from a cookie jar when you're younger, right? If you're in the old school days, maybe, I'm not that old. Today is my birthday, I just turned 27. That's why I think I'm kind of excited for this video because today is my 27th birthday. I feel super old now. Super old, super old. Not a young buck anymore. But even further back in the time when you tried to steal a cookie, what would your parent do? Slap your hand, don't do that. So by slapping your hand down, telling you not to steal a cookie from the cookie jar, what are you going to do? You're probably going to be afraid the next time if you go there, what's going to happen? You're going to get slapped again. You're not going to want to. You're getting a negative response to what you're going after. Okay, I'm done trying to be Darwin. But what are you going to do? If you know that something bad's going to happen, you're going to stop trying to go there. So they're trying to steal a cookie. If you let them steal a cookie by just banging the ball at you every single time and you struggle, you're flailing, your elbow's out and all, you didn't watch this video, you skip through it, guess what? They're going to keep on targeting you. But if you show them that, boom, they're going to get hit when they try to go at you or they're going to get smashed or going to look like a fool, they're going to stop going at you. So the only way to stop people from targeting you, banging the ball at you, and going at you is to what? Show them that it's not going to work. And once again, it's not going to work. Now we're going to go over just real quick a couple strategies that you can do so you don't get targeted all the time. But the number one strategy is if you're a right-handed player and your partner's right-handed, what you can do is you can play the right side. And what I mean by that is playing the right side, just trying to get my bearings real quick. By playing the right side over here, what does that mean? If I'm playing with a right-handed partner and I don't want to get targeted because I'm continually getting targeted, I can stand here and I can hold and just like block back. And then my partner over here, they have a forehand over here, right? So what's going to happen? I can come over here, so I'm still standing there, and I can try to put away balls with my forehand, so I'm standing here and trying to block the ball back. Another thing that you can do to stop getting targeted or get someone to stop hitting the ball at you is to go to the person straight ahead. The thing is, remember, angle creates angle, and we were talking about that in the previous video. But if I go cross court, it's going to be very easy for my opponent to go cross court. If I'm ever tired of hitting dinks or hitting the same dink and everything, try to go, if someone goes cross court, instead of going back cross court, go straight ahead. Now, you got to make sure that you go straight ahead and you keep that ball in the kitchen, because if you pop the ball up, what's going to happen? They're going to blast it at you. But if you go straight ahead, eliminating angle will eliminate angle. And what I mean by that is if you go straight ahead, it's going to be very less likely for your opponent to, or it's going to be very, what's the word that's not inappropriate? I want to say, whatever. It's very ballsy, right? It's very ballsy to go straight ahead, because if I go straight ahead to my opponent and then my opponent hits the ball back, if they pop it up, boom, I'm going to hit it right at them, right? So they're probably going to want to go cross court. It's very easy to go cross court. It's very difficult to go straight ahead. So if you feel like you're getting targeted, or if you are tired of getting targeted, what are you going to do? You're going to just go over here and just work on practicing that redirect, coming cross court, have someone feed the ball cross court, and then just go straight, and that's going to be it. The next thing that you're going to do is, if you're tired of getting targeted, you're just going to try to get the ball back, but then also you're going to capitalize on the hard shots. Again, we're going over the stealing the cookie from the cookie jar. Once again, when the ball's high, you need to put the ball away. Honestly, and I was telling people, they were practicing for their MLP tournament, and they've seen my videos, and they're like, Tyler, can you give me some tips? Can you give me some tips? I don't like to give pickleball tips. I don't like to give pickleball advice in person. Puts me on the spot. I don't know everything. I haven't really seen them play. But what I saw them do when I played them, because we all played together, I would give them a high ball, and they would just tap the ball back. I would give them a high ball, and they would just tap the ball back. So every single time, I knew if I missed, and we're playing mixed, if I went at this guy, and I accidentally popped the ball up, they would give me another ball back. They would just give me the ball back. It won't go right to me, but it'll come back, right? So when I was playing, I'm like, oh, okay, you know what? I'm relaxed. If I pop the ball up, they're not going to do anything to me. Every single time. I had a high drop, that's okay. I'm going to get another chance. Versus, what did I tell them to do? I said, by playing you, when you get a high ball, you have to annihilate the ball. You have to kill the ball. If you're ever getting targeted, you need to smash the ball down and tell them, no, that's not going to work. If you mess up, I'm going to make you eat it. And what I mean by that is, I was playing them the whole time, and I had full confidence if I did something wrong, I'll get a ball back. Versus if that guy stood here and I accidentally popped the ball up in the air and they went for it, or they killed it. Now I'm like, oh shoot, guess what? I know that when I go at them, they're going to make me pay. They're going to slap my hand. I'm going to probably not want to attack them, or I'm going to be afraid, because I know when I pop the ball up in there, they're going to make me eat it. So what did I tell them? I told them to be aggressive. If you ever get a high ball and you're tired of getting targeted, make sure you annihilate that high ball. When it's high, you annihilate that high ball, okay? Even if the ball's out, honestly, I would rather have you miss a ball with you going for it like crazy than you make a ball rather than tapping it in. Clearly, the first goal is to what? Smash the living heck out of it and get the ball in, win the point, teach them no. But I would rather have you kill the ball and miss it, lose the point, than just tap the ball. The reason why is because it's going to teach your opponent that if they do pop the ball up, you are going for it and you are not trigger shy. It's kind of honestly like when you get high balls and they're getting targeting. I don't mean this. I don't mean to start a whole controversy, and I know a couple people are going to take this the wrong way, but it's kind of like bullying. You keep on getting bullied. What do you got to do? Okay, yeah, there's all these things that you can do, but what do you got to do? You got to stand up to them. You gotta show them, hey, you're not going to bully me. I'm not taking your stuff anymore. Okay, I'm gonna push you back. If you push me, I'm gonna push you back. If you do this to me, I'm gonna do that for you. It doesn't matter if you win the fight. It doesn't matter if you lose the fight. It doesn't matter. You gain the respect and you show them that they're going to have to go through something if they're going to want to get to you. Now, I don't advise that. That's, again, a little bit more old school. But a lot of pickleball players are old school. So you guys understand this, right? If that's the bully and they're targeting you, you're going to have to go at them. Now, even if you don't win, they earn your respect, and they're probably going to hesitate and think twice when doing it again, just like when you're trying to steal the cookie. So if you can attribute that to your pickleball game, if you can make sure that you're always taking his backhand if it's in the middle, if you can make sure, one more thing as well. Other thing that you can do is if someone continues to target you, and this is an amazing thing, and this is once again from Dane Gingrich's Facebook post, as he said, this one I thought was really good. He said he did this like study, or he's heard of a study, I don't really know exactly, but he said, person here, when they had an attackable ball and they were getting attacked, they let every single ball go out. So again, think of it this way. When you were hitting a drive, you're on that side and I'm up at the kitchen, and you're hitting a drive at me, every single ball, this person, they didn't even try for it. So you drove at me and I didn't try. So I didn't even hit it. I let every ball go. And they said, like, it was a big statistic. Like, they said that they won, this person won, like, over 50% of points. I think 60 or 70%. This person, by just letting every ball go from the driver, they let every ball go, they won more points here rather than there. So what does that mean? That means that you're hitting a lot of out balls. Now, this is another thing, showing the cookie jar, or the bully thing, right? If you're up at the kitchen and I'm here, and I'm driving every single ball, killing the ball at you every single time, and you're making contact, you're reacting to every single one, you're biting on the fishing hook, what am I going to keep on doing? I'm going to keep on driving the ball at you. So if you're tired of getting drived at, what you're going to do, you're not going to do this once, because maybe that one shot is the 40% or 30% or whatever percent that they were supposed to win. But if you continually, like, blatantly get drived at, just stand here, act ready, and then don't hit the ball. Don't do it once, because they might make it, but do it 5 times and see, are they missing the ball? Now, clearly, if it's like 3 times in a row that they made every single shot, or you see them adjust their swing and slowing the ball down because they know that you're not going to make contact with it, then clearly try to go for the ball. But another thing that you can do is, if it's ever at your shoulders, shoulder high, let it fly, a lot of people go wrong with that because they hesitate. They go, oh, is that my shoulders? But I think it's going to go in. I think there's more topspin. You go with your first choice. Think, if it's ever at your shoulders, just let it go. Let it go if it's at your shoulders, and see how many points you win, how many balls actually go out. And the thing is if I'm the driver targeting you up at the kitchen, and I know that you are not baiting for these balls, that you are going to let these balls go out, what do you think I'm thinking? I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I got to slow down. I got to hit the ball in. I got to go for less because they are leaving. It is so demoralizing, and this happens to me all the time because I come from tennis, and I got this tennis ego. Oh, I played all this high-level tennis. I know everything in pickleball, everything. Kind of do. No, just kidding. But here we are. When I go here and I hit it, and then you have this, like, I'm sorry, older guy at the park that, like, looks like I should clearly destroy this guy. This, like, literally haunts me. It has real estate in my head of this one guy, right? So bigger guy here up at the park. I know I'm going to destroy him, and I try to drive because he was, like, a little bit chirpy. Try to go at him, and he's here, right? And he's, no. And then, like, again, so the ball comes, no. And they, like, turn, they're like, no. Like, it kills you. You start double thinking yourself, start questioning your life when you're over there. So let the ball go if they're targeting you all the time. So if you can implement all this stuff into your pickleball game, you're going to win more pickleball points. Now, I tell you guys all the time, what is the best way to support this channel? It's to share with your pickleball group chats. Now, today, once again, today, August 25th, is my 27th birthday. Now, all things I could do for my birthday, what did I want to do? Record pickleball content, grow this YouTube, and help all you guys for your pickleball game. Yes, that's actually what I did. That's why I'm here. I made this video. It's probably super long. It's probably like 45 minutes, close to an hour. Please, for my birthday, guys, share this video to your pickleball group chat. Please, please, please. What can you do for my birthday? Again, I came out here, and all I want to do today when I woke up today, and oh my gosh, It's my 27th birthday. What do I want to do today? August 25th. I wanted to record this pickleball video because I'm just so happy about this momentum of how this channel is going. And my goal is to make the biggest online and offline pickleball community through Universal Rackets, your all-in-one community pickleball and also tennis provider. So please, if you guys want to help support this channel or give me a happy birthday, make sure to share this video with all your pickleball friends. Have a good one. Happy hitting. Click all the links in the description, guys. I have some amazing things, and how happy would it make me? Someone got this awesome carbon pickleball paddle. Now, all the Universal Rackets staff, or all of our top staff, they all were gifted one of these carbon pickleball paddles. I've gotten group chats. I have some people, and they're like, text me. Every single person, I kid you not, they're like, oh my gosh, I love this paddle. I'm never playing with X, Y, and Z again, because they are that good. Try it. The best thing about the carbon, if you click the link in my description, is that they have a 30-day return policy. So if you try it out, you could even like demo it. If you don't like it, if you're not happy with it, if you don't think it's good, which I am telling you right now, it's amazing, then guess what you do? Just send it back, get your money back, and you're good to go. So have a good one. Happy hitting. Make sure to share this. Click the link if you want, and I will see you guys next time on court. Use this, and guys, you guys will play better pickleball. See you next time.